Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of my mini cut vlog series. So some changes for this week. I am dropping my calories down from 1700 down to 1650. So not a big drop, but still something. And I was sick the last few days. I'm feeling a lot better today. So I'm going to hit the gym today to hit lower body. I'm going to do my workouts back at the gym. Last week I did a lot of home workouts just so I could show you guys. And I think this week I'm going to focus on showing you more recipes specifically for dinner. So I'll be more detailed there, but I'll still tell you what I did in the gym and show you my breakfast and lunch still as well. It is breakfast time, so I have 2 eggs and then a Too Good yogurt here. And I already had my coffee this morning with my Nut Pods creamer in it. So this is my light breakfast. I'm probably gonna go to the gym right after this, and then I will see you guys for lunch. All right, so I just got back from the gym. I did my lower body, so my glutes, quads, and hamstrings are shaking. And I also just finished my post-workout meal, which was a taco salad, a rather large taco salad, I might add, but it wasn't really anything too interesting, which is why I didn't record it. But tonight I am going to make a chicken soup and I'll show you how I make it. It is a very cold, rainy day here in Las Vegas, which is very unusual for us. And I thought it felt like good soup weather. So when it's dinner time, I will be showing you how I make that. It is soup time. So here are the ingredients. I'm going to show you exactly how I make this soup. You are going to need a little bit of butter to saute some garlic with. But other than that, all you need is some riced cauliflower, some chicken broth. I'm going to put celery, mushrooms, onion, zucchini, bell pepper, and spinach in mine. Of course, if there's anything in here you don't like, you can take it out. Or if you wanted to add something to it, you could. I also have 14 ounces of chicken cooking on the stove right now. You could just cook it all together, but I am so paranoid about undercooked chicken, so I have that cooking off to the side. So I'm starting off with 1 tablespoon of butter, and I am going to add 2 cloves of garlic and saute it till it's kind of crispy, and then I'll start adding other ingredients. Once the garlic is nice and crispy, you can add in the chicken, which I've just done. So that's 14 ounces of chicken. I'm making this for me and my husband, so it'll be 2 servings. And now I am going to add 3 cups of organic chicken broth. Then I'm going to chop up some veggies and have a little chat with you guys. So I'm starting off with 3 cups of chicken broth, and I will add more if I feel like it needs more. I've already decided it needs more, so I'm adding the last cup. So 4 cups of chicken broth. So now I'm just chopping up the veggies that I want to add to the soup, and I'll just add them while the soup is boiling, so that way they get nice and tender. So I'm starting off with my red bell pepper because these tend to take the longest to soften. You can cut them up to be whatever size you want, but I tend to like my veggies a little chunkier when it comes to soup. I'm also going to add this entire bag of riced cauliflower to the soup. So I had mentioned in my last vlog that I was thinking about one day writing a low carb or keto Mediterranean cookbook, and that I wanted to make sure there was enough interest before I started on that project, because I know it's going to take a lot of my time and I want it to look really good and like hire a photographer for pictures, and I want it to be really detailed so it has the recipe and the ingredients and everything, but also I want to list the calories and the macros and the serving size, so that way if you're somebody who is tracking all of your food, it makes it a lot easier. And just so that way you know exactly what it is that you're eating. That's something I don't really see a lot in cookbooks, is the macro breakdown. It has the calories, but not the macros. And I see keto cookbooks, I see Mediterranean cookbooks, but I don't see keto Mediterranean cookbooks. And I also want it to be recipes that are easy. So even if you're not a seasoned chef, you can still make these really yummy meals. And then that way, I think if you have food that's really yummy that you genuinely enjoy eating, it makes it easier to stick to a healthy lifestyle. So I asked you guys in the last vlog if that's something that you'd be interested in. I had a couple people say that they would like to see a cookbook like that, but if I haven't heard from you yet and you are one of those people that would like to have a cookbook like that, please let me know. Just leave me a comment or send me a DM on Instagram. I'm just trying to gauge the interest. I would want it to be a pretty big cookbook too. Like I would want there to be breakfast, lunch, dinners, but also appetizers, desserts, drinks, just something where you can really just replace any high sugar or high carb food with a better, cleaner option. Adding the zucchini, usually I just put the cutting board on the edge of the pot and just slide everything in, but I'm doing this one-handed because I'm holding the camera. Now I'm just chopping up some celery. I feel like celery is such a good filler food. Like it's almost all water. So if you were wanting something more high volume but lower calorie, adding celery to whatever it is you're making is such a good idea. I don't think I'm going to add any cream to this soup, but if you wanted more of a creamy chicken soup, you could add a fourth of a cup of heavy cream, and that's a good way to get some extra fats in too if you need it. After eating this, I am going to be lower on my fats, but I think I'm going to make myself a dessert instead. Also, the only seasoning that I used for this dish, I seasoned the chicken with a little bit of salt, pepper, red pepper flakes to make it a little bit spicy, and an Italian seasoning blend. And that's it. I actually don't season the soup itself. Just the little bit of seasoning on the chicken is enough because the vegetables actually add quite a lot of flavor just by themselves, so I don't ever feel like I need to add any more seasoning. Look at how big this mushroom is. It's huge. I used to actually not like mushrooms until I started adding them to my meals when I was in my bikini competition prep because I was just looking for any volume of food. And I will say, prep made me really appreciate the flavor of food. Like whenever it gets down to where, you're only eating 1,400 calories a day, but you're exercising a whole lot, you look forward to eating just about anything. So it really did give me a good relationship with vegetables. I used to not be a big fan, and now I love them. The last two veggies that I'm adding are some red onion and some spinach. And then we're going to just let the soup boil and let all the flavors kind of mingle together. Looking good. Perfect cold, rainy day dinner. It's almost time to add the spinach, but I just wanted to show you what it's looking like now. The reason I add the riced cauliflower is because I really like the texture of chicken and rice soup, but obviously without the carbs. So that's just kind of a good replacement. Almost done. I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to eat this. So this is what it looks like when it's done, and I'm actually going to have two bowls of this for dinner. So I am going to eat this, and I'm going to make a hot chocolate for dessert today. So I'll show you that after dinner. It is dessert time, my favorite time. So I'm going to make a keto hot chocolate with a cup and a half of unsweetened almond and coconut milk. You can use almond milk, coconut milk, cashew milk, whatever you like. I'm going to add a fourth cup of heavy cream, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cacao powder, and some stevia. I'll probably also add some cinnamon too. I add all the ingredients to the pot as once and I just slowly mix it. It'll evenly mix in as the liquid gets hot. At first, it'll look a little clumpy, but just keep mixing and that'll all even out. There we have it, the perfect mug of hot chocolate, completely sugar-free. So I will put my macros up on the screen here so you can see how close I was. And one thing to note, if you wanted to, you could actually just make some homemade whipped cream with heavy cream and stevia to top your hot chocolate with if you wanted to be extra, like I sometimes like to do. But I think for tonight, just this cup of hot chocolate is good for me. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and this morning for breakfast, I'm going to make an egg scramble with 2 eggs, 1 link of chicken sausage, some provolone cheese, spinach, bell pepper, and onion and mushroom. So here is breakfast. I just put the 2 slices of provolone cheese on the top and I let it sit for a minute so it gets nice and melted. It is lunchtime, but I'm actually not that hungry, so I'm just going to be having one of these meat, cheese, and olive trays. And then maybe I'll have a snack before the gym today. I'm doing upper body, and my dinner tonight is going to be pretty calorically dense. So even if I have a smaller lunch and pre-gym snack, that is okay. Here is my pre-workout snack. I just made a little keto chocolate mug muffin. It is steaming, it just came out of the microwave, so I'm gonna let this butter melt, eat this, and then head to the gym. So tonight for dinner, we are having turkey burgers, and I'm making a Greek salad to go on the side. There is no cooking here. It's literally just chopping up all of these ingredients and adding them into a bowl. So there's tomato, cucumber, red onion, Greek Kalamata olives, and I top it with feta cheese. I season it with this Greek rub, pepper, salt, and I drizzle olive oil on the top. Usually I would use lemon juice, but I don't have any, so I'm going to put a little bit of balsamic glaze just to give it a little bite. And Steve is going to cook up some turkey burgers on the grill, and that is a great post-workout dinner. So this is the salad when it's done. Here is dinner, my turkey burgers with my Greek salad. I will put my macros up here on the screen so you can see how close I was today, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, it is Wednesday. I just got to the gym. I'm going to go swim and then soak in the hot tub for a little bit. I didn't vlog breakfast or lunch because breakfast was just eggs and yogurt, and then lunch was leftover Greek salad from last night and some chicken sausage. But I will be showing you dinner this evening because it is so easy and simple to make and so delicious. So I'm gonna go swim and I will see you guys at dinner. So here is dinner, one of my favorites. I have a heavily seasoned chicken breast here and then a caprese salad. So it's just tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and basil leaves. And then I drizzle it with olive oil and balsamic. And here are my macros so you can see how close I was today. I've been doing very good this week, getting super close to hitting my macros exactly. Hello everyone, it is Thursday. I did not record my breakfast or lunch because I didn't have anything interesting, but I am going to show you my dinner. And I also wanted to show you, I am upgrading my kitchenware, so like my cookware, my knives, my silverware, my plates, all of that kind of like slowly over time. So I wanted to show you what I got today. Look, I didn't think I'd ever be so excited for like a new knife set. This is so nice. German blades, and they have the sharpeners in there. We used to have just like a Pampered Chef knife set with like the wooden block thing here, and it was okay, but it was definitely time for an upgrade. So we went to a store called Zwillings and got a nice knife set. Then this is my new pan or skillet, and then this was just so cute. I had to get it so that way I could make my keto mud cakes, but just in a cuter fashion. I mean, look at that. It's so adorable. I love tiny things. So Le Creuset is how you say it in French. I know here in the US, a lot of us say Le Creuset, but it's actually Le Creuset. But however you want to pronounce it, I have never used this brand before. And what made me want to give them a try before I change all of my pots and pans, they are bird safe, like parrot safe. And I have 2 parrots, and a lot of the nonstick cookware is actually toxic. Like it gives off some fumes that can kill your bird. So I wanted something completely safe. So this is enamel coated cast iron. So that is completely safe for birds, doesn't give off any kind of harmful fumes. And they look pretty. I really like the white. I like the purple. I like the pink. Whenever they have like the metal knobs, I like the gold. So I'll get those eventually. And Steve said he didn't mind cooking with pink and purple pots and pans so I can get all the fun girly colors I want. So yeah, I'm gonna cook dinner in my new skillet and see how I like it. And I'm just gonna slowly upgrade everything in my kitchen so that way whenever we get around to buying a house and we're not renting, we have all nice stuff to match our future nice kitchen. It is dinner time, so I have pork chops that I'm making tonight, and I have seasoned it only with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. I'm going to cook it in my new skillet and I'm going to be cooking it in butter and garlic. So I'll show you that here in just a second. And then for a side dish, I am going to cook up some green beans. So I have 2 very large garlic cloves cooking in here in the butter. So here's dinner. I have my green beans with a little bit of red onion and then my pork chop. So I will put my macros up on the screen and I will see you tomorrow for breakfast. Good morning. Happy Friday. I am going to be making a peanut butter keto mug cake, but except I'm going to not make it in a mug. I'm going to make it in my new cute little Le Creuset thing. So making this is super easy. You just need 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter or almond butter, stevia to taste, and I put a little bit of baking powder in there just to help it rise, and I will top it with a tablespoon of grass-fed butter. Oh my goodness, how stinking cute is that? Look at it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am in love with this cute new little thing. I think it's so much more fun to eat out of something aesthetically pleasing versus something more boring. But yes, okay, so my peanut butter keto mug cake is going to be my breakfast, and I'm going to top it with a tablespoon of grass fed butter. I'm going to let that melt for about 5 minutes, and then it's ready to enjoy. I just got to the gym. I'm going to do a full body workout. Some things that I ate that I did not vlog. I had a latte with no sugar in it. And then I also had a chicken and vegetable stir fry for lunch. And then as a snack, I had some celery with some almond butter. And I wanted to clarify something. So the peanut butter that you've seen me use a few times in my vlogs, like this morning, I used that because it's just what we happen to have, but I much prefer the natural peanut butter or the natural almond butter. So I bought some almond butter today, and it is the natural almond butter where the only ingredient is almonds. Just like the peanut butter, ideally, the only ingredient should be peanuts or peanuts and salt. But I was just using whatever we had in the pantry. So anyway, I'm gonna go get my workout done, and then I will see you at dinner. All right, workout is done. I'm going to head home for dinner. We are feeling very much in a barbecue mood. So we're gonna make some barbecue chicken. I'm gonna make some deviled eggs, and I'm going to make some bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. So I will show you that when I get home. Here is dinner. So I have a barbecued chicken breast, 2 jalapeno poppers, and 2 deviled eggs. So I will put my macros up here on the screen for you. You can see I did go a little over on my fat and I was a little bit under on my protein, but still pretty close, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Here is breakfast. I have 2 scrambled eggs with some spinach that I cooked in avocado oil, and then I have half of an avocado right here. It is well past lunchtime, so I am going to make some salmon patties. I just use these salmon packets, just make sure they say wild caught on them. So I do 2 of these, 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of almond flour. and I mix it all together and it kind of makes like a batter. And then I do salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and I just fry it up in a pan and I squeeze lemon juice on it, and it is delicious. So I'll show you that when I'm done cooking it. And then I also wanted to show you when I want something to drink other than water or coffee, these spindrifts are really good. Not sponsored, but I just wanted to show you it's a really nice, clean, keto-friendly drink. The only thing that's in it is carbonated water, strawberry puree, lime juice, and lemon juice. Strawberry puree would usually not be considered super keto-friendly, but it's such a small amount and there's no sugar added. So there's 7 calories in this whole thing and only 2 grams of carbs. All right, and this is what they look like when they're done. Kind of like crab cakes, but salmon. You can also make these with tuna if you want. And like I said earlier, I just squeeze lime or lemon juice on them, but it's also really good with sugar-free ketchup. All right, it is dinner time and I'm going to be making soup again. So it's almost the same soup I made earlier in the week with the chicken. It's the same base as far as the vegetables and the chicken broth, except for this time I'm going to add heavy cream to make it a creamy soup. And instead of chicken, I am using hot Italian sausage. This brand is pretty clean. The ingredient list is really minimal. Where is it? Oh, down here. And that's what you want to look for, especially with sausage. You have to be careful that they don't add too many odd ingredients in there, but this one's pretty good. So I'm going to make it the exact same way that I made the chicken soup, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so here is what the spicy Italian sausage soup looks like. Whoa, it's steaming the camera. So I'm going to eat half of this. The other half is for Steve, and I will put my macros up here on the screen and see you guys tomorrow for my weigh-in and physique check. Hello, everyone. It is Sunday, so the results are in. Last week, I weighed 137.8. This morning, I weighed 136.8, so I lost exactly 1 pound. Last week, my waist was 25 and 7/8 inches, and today it is 25 and 3/4. So I lost a tiny bit on my waist, but I am really happy about losing 1 whole pound. I am so close to getting back to my baseline of 135, and then I'm excited to lean out even more from there. Like I said before, it did take 3 weeks over the holidays of eating an excessive amount of carbs, highly processed foods, things that really I shouldn't have been eating, but I did. And so it is going to take some time to get that off. It's been 3 weeks. I was hoping I'd be back to baseline by now, but I'm not, but I'm very close. So I'm happy with that. I'll put a video up on the screen now so you can see my physique check. I am definitely leaning out, but I'm also noticing my legs are getting more defined, more toned, more muscular. And I think that's because I've been more consistent in the gym. So some changes for next week. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop my calories one more time from 1650 down to 1600. I'm not feeling hungry or anything yet, so I think it's okay to do that. And then I'm probably going to coast at 1600, probably for the rest of my mini cut, depending on how the weeks go. I'm going to take it week by week and see. But yeah, so far still feeling really, really good and doing well, and I'm happy with the results. Next week, I'm probably going to show you a couple more at-home workouts as well as some more recipes. I'm going to show you this coffee that I used to make all the time when I was first starting keto. And then I'm also going to show you an ice cream recipe as well, and a few other like more exciting, unusual things like some sweet treats. And yeah, so I will see you next week for week 4. Thank you so much to everybody who's reached out to me on Instagram and is also doing this mini cut with me. I love hearing your results and I love answering your questions. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It means so much to me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.